So here's some context for you to think about during this video. Think about the last time that you had a really strong emotion, a negative emotion, a really strong negative emotion. Like you were so angry at someone or something, or you were frustrated, or you were just stressed out of your mind, or whatever the emotion, like the last time, the last few days or last week. When was the last time you felt that? And how did you respond to that situation? How did you respond to that negative emotion? Did you respond to it with communication with somebody? Did you tell somebody about it? Or did you kind of just try to push it down, try to distract yourself maybe with YouTube or the internet or social media or pornography? What was your distraction in that moment to kind of get you away from feeling that emotion? So that's a good thing to think about. Think about that moment during the rest of this video. So what I have learned from this group that I'm leading, and also from my own journey to gain sexual integrity and overcome porn, and also from the many groups that I've been leading myself over the last few years, is that there is a strong connection between our emotions and our ability to have control over our sexual temptation and our sexual desires and our sexual integrity, and not act out in a negative way that harms us and impacts our day and our life and just leads us down this draining black hole of slipping up and feeling sorry for ourselves. There's a way to nip it in the butt and actually cut it off at its knees, guys. And that is to figure out how to identify these strong negative emotions and then to deal with the emotions in a healthy, productive way. After, my thinking about my own journey and my own sexual integrity and thinking about all these guys that I'm helping right now, I really am starting to think that this is actually the key to actually overcoming a porn habit. This is actually where the rubber hits the road. This is actually where it counts the most, is when you are feeling truly angry or stressed or frustrated or just upset at someone and angry. Is your tendency to want to escape, to want to run away, to want to go on your phone, to want to go into your room, to want to leave the house or leave the room and go into? If that's the tendency, then as long as that is the way that you deal with strong negative emotions, is to escape and to bottle it up, then inevitably porn will always be there as an option for you, no matter what. So the key is to figure out how to deal with those negative emotions right then and there in a healthy way. It's okay to express your emotions when you're angry at someone or you're frustrated. I personally have identified that I have a tendency when I'm having an argument with my wife or something happens with my kids and I'm just like angry for some reason, like I'm playing with my kids wrestling and I hit in the face, I'm just like, or hit in the nose. And my tendency when I'm in difficult situations is to just leave the room, just leave the house and just like, and then it's to try to distract myself with my phone, go on my computer, and not really deal with that strong emotion right then and there. And as long as that is a habit that you have, is to try to escape, that is what porn is and what it offers very strongly in our lives. It's an escape from reality. It's an escape from the emotion. So if you can try to just stay with the emotion and try to identify it as it is, what it is, and not run away and escape it and distract yourself in the way that we typically do. And this is difficult for some people to do, and it's easier for some others to do. I have a theory that one of the kind of behavioral reasons that men typically have a more difficult time with pornography and overcoming porn than women do is because women are usually able to understand and identify their emotions and deal with them in a healthier way than men do. Men typically, what we do is we run away from the issue by distracting ourselves with video games, with alcohol, with drugs, with pornography. And we try to run away from the issue without actually dealing with it and talking about it in a healthy, supportive way. This is one reason why I really am starting to believe that this is a reason that porn is so hard for people. It's because it's not a man or woman thing. It doesn't matter. The point is that if you have a hard time identifying your emotions and dealing with your emotions in a easy, a helpful and productive way, then you're going to have a very difficult time overcoming pornography. The reason for that is because as long as you're using distractions in your life to escape from your difficult emotions, your difficult relationships, your anger, your stresses at school or work, as long as you're using anything to distract you, whether it's YouTube, social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, as long as you have that distraction, then porn is always going to be an option. because the reality with porn is that it's just a click away. It's just a Google search away. It's instantly available anytime, and you never know when you're going to be on that slippery slope, and you're really going to be tested. You're going to be tested when you're really feeling angry and just depressed and just like, I deserve better than this. This is not how life's supposed to be. I don't like my wife. I hate my husband. My children are so, and this work is not going as, like, all those moments that we all experience. Those are the times that really count. Those are the times where we have to be able to identify it, figure out how to give that emotion a name and call it out and just express it. Sometimes it is okay to just get angry at someone. If it's in a constructive way and it's not in a hateful way, if it's in a more like a conversational way, like, I'm feeling really upset at you, wife, honey, because you said this thing and it really upset me. And I'd really like to talk about this, and sometimes you're going to have to argue about it. And I think that our tendency is to run away from those situations, right? If we're really honest with ourselves, it's our tendency to not want to have a difficult, confronting conversation where we really express ourselves vulnerably and possibly be in a little bit of conflict, disagreement with someone. And the easy thing to do, again, is just go on the phone, and distract ourselves with YouTube. And so that's really what this is all about, guys. Is the key to this, the key to slaying this dragon, is to be able to understand our strong negative emotions and deal with them in a healthy, productive way, and actually get better at doing it little by little. This is the point, guys. Slipping up, relapsing is not it's not the end of the world for you. If you make a mistake, it's a little stepping stone for you to gain sexual integrity, to learn something about yourself. And if you're not learning something about yourself every step of the way, then you are failing. You are going down the wrong direction. But if you can say that you're making progress, which if you're watching this, you are, congratulations. I almost guarantee you that if you go to highnoon.org, if you join a group, join a program, join Ascend, then you will see progress and you will have better control over yourself. And you will gain integrity and you will feel community, love, and just forgiveness and grace and accountability in your life that you never thought possible. And that's what it takes, that kind of action, that kind of step. And through doing that, you're able to learn new things about yourself every step of the way. And that's the whole point, all right? So if this video is helpful, again, give it a thumbs up so that more people can find it, and do subscribe. We're not trying to make money through YouTube. We're trying to help as many people as we can and get people over to highnoon.org to check out what we really have there for you guys, which is accountability, community, and just love for all of you. All right. Thanks for watching. Take care.